Modern healthcare often views the aging human body as a collection of failing parts. We manage fractured sleep with sedatives, lower blood pressure with daily tablets, and treat mood shifts with isolated chemical compounds, patching the symptoms of a deeper physiological drift. But these systemic failures correlate with a specific environmental shift. Within just a few generations, human life moved away from the sun and into artificial indoor environments, where we now spend over 90% of our time. This migration has created a documented photon deficit, a measurable shortage of the specific light wavelengths that our ancestors were exposed to daily, resulting in a decline of light-dependent energy in our skin, eyes, and blood. Human biology evolved to function as a self-correcting biochemical system, but it requires consistent solar input to maintain its peak operating capacity. Attempting to solve this deficit with isolated supplements often ignores the complex, self-regulating photochemistry that is already built into our tissues, a system designed to harvest energy directly from the environment for free. A standard vitamin D pill provides a static dose, typically around 400 to 1,000 units. However, just 15 minutes of midday sun on the arms and face can trigger the production of 10,000 to 20,000 units, far exceeding what any supplement provides. This process is triggered by a single ultraviolet B photon that has traveled 93 million miles from the sun to strike a molecule called 7-D-hydrocholesterol. The photon carries exactly 4.4 electron volts of energy, the precise amount needed to break a specific carbon-to-carbon bond. This interaction forces the molecular ring to snap open, physically changing its shape. This transformed molecule eventually becomes calcitriol, the active hormone that regulates the expression of over 200 genes. Calcitriol is a steroid hormone that binds directly to receptors on your DNA to increase calcium absorption in the gut and activate the pathogen-killing capacity of your immune cells. Unlike a pill, this system has a built-in safety valve. Once your skin reaches a healthy saturation, further UV exposure converts any excess into inert byproducts, preventing the risk of a vitamin D overdose. Long before the discovery of antibiotics, physicians used this immune-boosting pathway to treat respiratory infections like tuberculosis. Patients were moved to sun-drenched balconies because light was the most effective treatment available for systemic infection. A single photon initiates an extensive hormonal and genetic response that is more sophisticated and self-regulating than any isolated chemical supplement. We see a similar gap in how we treat sleep and mood. While pills focus on maintaining chemical levels, the brain possesses a neural pathway designed to set these rhythms based on the sun. Behind the cells that allow you to see are specialized sensors called melanopsin cells. These do not contribute to vision. Instead, they are tuned specifically to detect blue light at a wavelength of approximately 480 nanometers. When triggered, these cells send an electrical signal directly to the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This is a small cluster of roughly 20,000 neurons that serves as the body's master clock, coordinating everything from body temperature to the timing of digestion. This morning signal forces the brain to synthesize serotonin. High levels of this neurotransmitter during the day are what keep us alert, focused, and emotionally stable. As darkness falls, that same serotonin is converted by the pineal gland into melatonin. By generating enough serotonin during the day, the brain ensures it has the required material to initiate and sustain deep sleep at night. The problem is the intensity. Typical indoor lighting produces about 500 lux, but the melanopsin cells need at least 1,000 lux to fire effectively. Outside, even on a cloudy day, the light intensity is 20 to 50 times stronger than what you find in a typical living room. Issues like fractured sleep and winter depression are often symptoms of a brain that is simply not receiving the photon intensity it needs to synchronize its internal clock with the rotation of the Earth. Beyond mood and vitamins, sunlight activates a third mechanism, one that can lower blood pressure without the use of oral hypertension medications. While UVB light works on the surface, longer wavelength UVA light penetrates deeper into the skin. When these photons strike dormant reservoirs in the dermis, they release nitric oxide, a gas that acts as a powerful signaling molecule for the cardiovascular system. Once released, this nitric oxide diffuses into the surrounding blood vessels, causing the smooth muscle fibers in the arterial walls to relax. This physical widening of the arteries allows blood to flow more easily, dropping blood pressure for several hours. This shows that sunlight serves as a direct photochemical vasodilator. By widening our arteries through light exposure, the body provides a layer of cardiovascular protection that works entirely outside the vitamin D pathway. There is a clear biological trade-off. The exact same radiation that synthesizes hormones and lowers blood pressure also damages the DNA in our skin cells. Specifically, UVB photons can create thymine dimers, molecular errors where DNA bases bond incorrectly. To combat this, our cells use specialized repair enzymes that constantly scan the genome, cutting out these errors and rebuilding the sequence. The danger begins only when the rate of damage outpaces the body's repair capacity. If too many errors accumulate over time, the risk of mutation and skin cancer increases. This creates a mathematically defined safe window. For most people, 10 to 20 minutes of unprotected midday sun exposure provides broad biochemical benefits while staying well within the skin's daily repair capacity. Our biology evolved to coexist with and exploit this energy source. We are not designed to deteriorate in sterile indoor environments, but to thrive outdoors, using the sun to power the systems that keep us alive.